Hey, welcome back to Dear Twin Flame. It is, Tuesday, and I haven't recorded for a while because I've been busy. This is a weird angle. I'm trying to adjust my chair. Hold on. There, I'm kind of in the frame. Okay, hi. It's been a few days. Life's been busy, highs and lows, lots going on. I went to the beach. I'm going to share some pictures later because it was an awesome day. I shouldn't have been, it was cool, but it was awesome. It was exactly what I needed. I was so happy. Just sit in the memory of it. It was sweet. Had a busy weekend. Traveled around. So Saturday, before I went to the beach, went grocery shopping. Bleh. People are nutty. Also picked up stuff for other people. So then I spent my afternoon delivering groceries to people who had asked me to pick them up stuff. So it was all around the Huron County landscape, I suppose, or whatever. And made my way to the beach. Had an epic time. It was so nice. It was all by myself. Had it to myself completely. Well, there was a couple people when I first got there, but they moved on pretty quickly. And so I had it all to myself. And the sun was out. And the wind was blowing. And the waves were like lulling me into just this perfect tranquility. And I made a recording, but I didn't post it, so I might, tag that on to the end of this too, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't even remember what I said. I felt like I was on this huge high. It was awesome. Then what happened? I went home. It was late by the time I did that. It was a long day, but it was good. So, yay. Sunday was good and bad because apparently I need to get over the fact that nobody else celebrates me but me, which I do celebrate me, so that's good, I suppose, but I still so my truth. I was raised that when you love somebody or you care about somebody or whatever, you give forth of yourself to show them that appreciation, to show them that love. And so birthdays were a big deal. Not the gifts, because we didn't have a lot of money, just the effort level. I want to do for you, I want to give to you, I want to make you a cake, I want to make you a card, I want you to know that you're important to me, and I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. That's how I was raised. And I know, I love to do that for others, hence Mother's Day. The good part of Mother's Day was that we traveled all around, going to see all the mothers and all the grandmothers and giving them flowers and just making them know that we haven't forgotten about them and that we appreciate them. We made gifts. Yes, we bought flowers, but they weren't expensive flowers. But we made gifts. We made little jars of sayings and quotes and just little messages that we wanted them to know. And they got one message that they can take out of the jar and it will last a month. So it's a gift that keeps on giving. And I don't know, I put effort into it because my mom means the world to me and my grandma means the world to me, and I want my kids to learn to show their appreciation and gratitude for their grandparents, and I hope their mother, but apparently not so much the mother. I know they love me, which is okay. So here's my trauma, here's my issue, and I know it's my issue and I gotta get over it. Is that I get hurt when people don't acknowledge my place in their world, I guess. I don't know. They didn't do anything for Mother's Day. Like nothing. I had to walk the dog because nobody got out of bed. They didn't make me breakfast in bed. Not that I really like breakfast in bed, but just to do something. Or, Mom, what would you like to do today? Because we want to just spend time with you. That statement in enough would have been plenty. But I didn't get that. I got, oh, why do I have to get up? What's the big deal? And I was like, I want to go and visit the grandparents and wish the grandmothers happy Mother's Day and take them the gifts that I made you make and that I made, and it was a big hassle, and the whole entire trip I was grateful to be doing it. I was grateful that we were able to do it, and happy and excited to go and deliver these messages of love. But the whole entire time we were in the car, they fought, and can we stop? I'm hungry. I want this. Why can't I have that? But I don't want to do that. I want to do this. And it was just so selfish. And I'm trying so hard to raise my kids to think of others. Not that they can't, like, it's a balance, right? You have to take care of yourself. And I appreciate that. But at the same time, you have to be able to give to others. And not only did they not give to me on Mother's Day, but they didn't even try to make the day decent, because I don't know why. They just fought. And they made the whole drive miserable. The only time I was happy was when I was at those people's places and, telling them that we appreciate them and want them to know that we recognize the importance they have in our life. So that made me happy. But then we get home and it's like, well, what are we having for dinner? And, well, I'm going to my room, and then I get hurt, and then I cry, and then they feel bad, and then they just do anything so that I'm not sad. And I don't want them to do things so that I'm not sad. I want them to do things because they want to do things. And it hurts me that they don't want to do things for me. And I know that's my issue, and I'm trying really hard to not let it be an issue. But my heart was hurt. My heart was hurt. So, yeah. And the thing is that as soon as they recognized that I was sad, they're like, we do love you. And I know they love me, and I know they appreciate me, and I know that they think I'm a good mom. And it's just, they flop on my birthday every year. Nobody does anything like this. Even like Happy Mother's Day. Nobody wished me a Happy Mother's Day until I said, they're like, well, why do we have to get up? And I'm like, because I want to go and deliver the gifts to Grandma. And they're like, oh yeah, Happy Mother's Day. Like, it's not important to them to say thank you to me, or to say we see you. And I know I shouldn't matter, and I know that me letting it get to my heart is on me. Like, it just sucks, because then my friends are like, all my friends wish me a Happy Mother's Day. My mom wished me a Happy Mother's Day. My friends wish me a Happy Mother's Day. And they're all like, oh, what do kids do? Did kids, spoil you today? And I'm like, nope. They didn't do anything, And it hurts having to say that out loud. Like, I don't know. I have always taken great pride in Christmas and birthdays and holidays, Mother's Days, Father's Days, whatever. Pick a holiday. I've always taken great pride in really looking at the person and thinking, what would make them smile? What will make this so memorable for them? What will touch their heart? And at Christmas time, most of the time, the gifts that I'm so excited to give, they aren't super expensive gifts. They're gifts that I've put a lot of thought and a lot of heart into either making or finding, or that I know this person is just going to be like, oh my gosh, this is so... One year, I gave this Winnie the Pooh Christmas ornament. And it was, like, it means nothing to me. But I knew that the person that I was giving it to was going to be thrilled. Just over the moon thrilled. Like, it was going to be... That was the gift I couldn't wait to give. And it wasn't something that I liked. It wasn't something that I would have wanted for myself. But I knew, without question, because I knew that person and I looked at that person, that it would mean a lot to them. And I was right. And it did. And bringing that happiness, bringing that joy to that person was what meant the most to me. And it was awesome. And those are the things, like showing up at my grandma's, just to show up at my grandma's makes her day. So, I can do that. I can do that easily. So why wouldn't I? If it makes her happy and it makes me happy to make her happy, then why wouldn't I? But for whatever reason, my kids can't think like that. And I don't know why, because I try so hard to show them and teach them and be an example to them. I don't know. Their dad definitely isn't like that at all. He never has been. So maybe it's genetic. I don't know. It's just like their idea of giving a gift is, oh, well, I would want it. So let's give it to them because then I might get something. Like when they knew I was upset, they're like, oh, we're going to make you brownies. And I'm like, no, thank you. Like, I appreciate that you want to do something for me. That's awesome. But don't worry about making brownies for me because I don't need any brownies. I'm trying not to eat brownies because, hello, COVID-19. Sorry. Get rid of the 19 pounds that came along with COVID-19. I don't want brownies because brownies ultimately don't make me feel good at the end of the day. But they wanted brownies. They wanted to sit around and watch a movie and eat chips and eat brownies and whatever. So they don't care that it's not something that I want. They can only see that they want it. So if they make it for me, then they can have some too. And that's... And they only did it after I got upset about them not doing anything to celebrate Mother's Day for me. So, anyway, that was a really long rant. I apologize because that's not what you needed to listen to. But just trying to be honest. So I guess the lesson I'm taking out of that is that I have to figure out how not to let it upset me, because I know I'm a good mom. I don't need my kids to tell me that. I know they're teenagers and they don't think about anybody but themselves. I know that too. So, I don't know, toughen up my heart a little bit. I don't know, I don't think it's wrong for me to, I don't know, it's just the human part of me, I guess. And sometimes I get frustrated with it because I hate feeling sad, and I hate that I let other people have that power over me. It sucks, especially when it's my kids. I mean, anyway, yeah. So Mother's Day was really, really fun because I got to see my mom and my grandma and, deliver them the heartfelt gifts that I made for them. But the rest of it kind of blew. And the snowbirds went over top of our house, but we missed them because my children were fighting about who would walk the dog. And yeah. was fun. Anyway, that was Sunday. And yesterday, what did we do yesterday? Schoolwork. What else did we do yesterday? Oh, we went for a hike. Yeah, it was beautiful. Sadie and I, Little Bear and I, we went for a walk, or we went and delivered I appreciate my people gift to a friend of mine who has been struggling with this whole isolation thing, and we haven't talked a lot because we have differing opinions, and it's not that I have a problem with us having differing opinions. I don't at all, but she really does. So I've just been trying to give her space because I don't want to push myself on her, but I felt that it was important to remind her that even though we disagree doesn't mean that I don't care about her, I don't think about her, and I totally recognize the importance in the place she has in my world. Like she's helped a lot in a lot of things I've been dealing with, so I wanted to let her know that I appreciate her, and so I took her some flowers to say thank you and to remind her that she's important to me and I appreciate her. So yeah, did that. And then when we were there delivering those, she said, oh, you should go to this, because we said we needed to go walk the dog. We were looking for somewhere different rather than walking around town all the time. She's like, oh, you need to go to this trail. So, and I had looked it up, but I'd heard a couple of my friends talking about this trail before, and I could never find it because apparently it's not on Google Maps or anywhere really. It's not listed anywhere. So she told me where to find it or where the entrance is. So then Little Bear and I took the dog there, and we had a beautiful walk. Pretty muddy, being that, snowed that morning. Bleh. But it was really nice. The trilliums were out, and everything was just that fresh spring, it was just really nice and peaceful. Nice hiking because there's lots of up and downs. It's not just a straight path, so you get your workout in, and there's a nice creek that we went through, literally through, because the path goes right through the middle of it with big honking rocks. So Sadie loved that because she had to do some climbing, so that was good. The dog loved it because he just walks right into the stream and sits down, so he loved it too. And you walk a little further along, and there's a river, and so they did some more climbing and hopping. Got a little wetter than expected, but it was fun, and yeah, so it was good. And then we decided to come home, make dinner. This morning was awesome because I woke up and nice and early, hoping to get schoolwork done early so I could do other things, and get a phone call from my aunt, and she showed up with homemade bread, which doesn't fit into my losing of the COVID-19. But fresh bread, it was awesome. And my kids literally inhaled it. It was a huge loaf, like easy that big. Nice French loaf of white bread. And we could have made it last a little longer, but apparently inhaling of fresh bread is what my children do, so it didn't last very long, at all. It didn't even make it past lunchtime, but still, it was really nice of them, and they came and we went for a walked the dog, and, so it was my aunt and my cousin and her husband and their baby, who is adorable. He's so sweet. He's almost a year old. So we all went for a walk, social distancing, but it was nice to have company. It was nice to see somebody new. They came because one of the people that I delivered groceries for on Saturday was them. I had got them flour because they were in this whole baking mode, and they'd run out of flour, so I got them flour from Costco. It's way more affordable and a way bigger bag. So I had said to them, we take deliveries. They took that to heart and brought me a loaf of bread, which was cool. So So yeah, that was that. So that was this morning, and it was nice to see them and get, you know, have other people to talk to. It was really, really, really nice. And then came home and did more schoolwork, and I'm getting interrupted, so I'll be back. Sorry about that. Apparently, screaming from the top of the stairs is how you call your mother. um, so we did, what else did we do today? Schoolwork, TikTok video. I don't know if we actually published it or not. I don't know if we ever agreed to it or not. Anyway, tried. It's a pretty lazy day this afternoon though. I was trying to start my painting. I'm doing a wolf because he's one of my spirit guides, and he is been in my brain a lot lately, so thought I'd try to put him on a canvas and see if that will work. So there's that, and yeah, not much else to share. I'll show you the pictures. Hold on, let me see if I can pull them up. Coming over the bridge or the hill into Port Albert, this was my view. Water looked perfect. Took this one so that I can try to paint it another day. I love this one. I used the panorama feature just so I could get all the way from the shore to the sun. It turned out good. Definitely one I'm going to try to paint. Actually, now that I have a chance to look at them, this one might work better, but still, the idea is there. It was so beautiful. I can't even tell you. Just looking at it makes me want to go back. I don't know, I like this. I always watch the water coming in, swash and backwash. Just is always something I wish I could capture, so this was my attempt. The beach is eroding terribly, as you can tell by the patio that's now in the water a lot of the time. This huge tree is washed up just down from my aunt's place. It's enormous, like you can't even, the top of the roots is probably easy 12 feet high. It's crazy. It's beautiful though. I got some close-up pictures of it. This is the grain in the wood. It shines like silver. It's crazy. So hard to see it in the pictures, but the color, the silver, the oranges, everything was so brilliant. The coolest part of the whole thing was the root system. It's actually, you can see how it's all interwoven into each other. It's almost like the roots are braided. It's so cool. I wish I had like some humongous piece, like equipment to be able to move it, and I don't know what I'd do with it, but damn, it's just so beautiful. It's amazing what Mother Nature can create. This is just a close-up of that root. It's hard to capture it with the camera, but wow, it was amazing. And this is our poor willow. This willow tree has been on our beach since I was so little, but it used to be probably, I don't know, 3-4 times the size of this, but because now it spends most of its time actually in the lake, it's really gotten small over the last year. It's lost most of its trunk, yeah. All the different pieces that made up its trunk, it's all gone. So it's really tiny. It's amazing the destruction that's happened, but also the beauty that's still there. It's crazy how this tree has managed to survive all these years. Really, it just amazes me. So I took like 3 minutes of video of just listening to the lake so that I could bring it home with me and I wouldn't be so sad when I couldn't get there. Yeah, so that's what this is. I won't make you watch the whole 3 minutes of it. And next up, I'll just tag on the end of this the video that I made that day. I'll just add it on next. Hey, welcome back to Dear Twin Flame. I made it. I've been here for just over an hour now. It's awesome. The sun just went away, but it was sunny and the waves are awesome. There's still some beach. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Turn it around. Can't turn it around. Hold on. Waves are awesome. There's still some beach. The sun was out. The wind is cool. Well, no, it's cold, but it's not horribly strong. So it just kind of feels like it's just washing you off. And it's exactly what I needed today. I feel so much better. I felt good actually coming today. I was a little bit worried that it would be too cold, but it's perfect. It's perfect. I am cold now, but I've been sitting here not moving for an hour, so I'm gonna have to go get warmed up. But for most of the time I've been here, it's been awesome. So anyway, yeah, sent out lots of love to pretty much everybody, the whole entire world. Listen to the beats and the songs of the earth. I could feel almost like a heartbeat under my butt. It was amazing, and the waves just added a rhythm to the background, and oh, it's exactly what I needed. It's exactly what I needed. So I'm so glad that I came. I'm so glad I did this for myself. And yeah, so happy Saturday, and I hope it's going well for you. And yeah, dear Twin Flame, you are loved and you're missed. So there you have it. You got to take part in my trip to the lake. It was an awesome day. So what else? Nothing else. I think I guess I just wanted to share. I'm very excited because I'm starting two projects. Two projects besides my regular projects, because like I said, I'm going to paint a wolf, but not in my studio. A friend of mine from Chatham that I met, he has been posting inspirational messages with duct tape all across Chatham, Kent, and I have put out feelers into our community in Stratford to see whether or not the kids and I can kind of carry on his inspirational messages here in Stratford. And so I've got a few emails out to people to see if they'll let us tag their buildings with just stay strong kind of messages, I guess. Spread love, spread hope, whatever messages feel fitting. We've asked the school to put if we can put Inspire Hope on it, because that was part of the Catholic Education Week that my kids were learning about. So I thought that was a good way to incorporate giving back into the community along with the lessons that they've been learning. So that would be cool. So we're on that mission. But I got overwhelmed the other day when I was trying to put together the Mother's Day packages. And I was thinking about all the people. You kind of started this, I guess, when I wanted to tell you thank you for the somebody is rolling around over my head. I wanted to tell you thank you for your part in directing me in my life path, because you were a pivotal point in my life. And when I was driving around the other day to all my different locations, I was thinking about some other people who were definitely pivotal moments or just key players in my life, in my development as a person. And I want to make sure that holy cow, sorry, it sounds like he's coming through my head. I want to make sure that they are aware that they touched my heart, or changed my path, or made me a better person, or whatever it is. There's quite a few of them. So I started today, sent one email, but basically I'm writing letters, writing emails, however way I have of connecting with people, and trying to send them notes to say thank you, and I'm grateful for you being part of my life, and just to, because I think it's important to show your gratitude, but it's also important that those people recognize that they are important, and their day-to-day might not look like they make a difference in any one particular person's life, but they have definitely made a difference in my life, and so I just want them to know that. So anyway, that's my new mission, is to go through my life and find those people and then tell them that they are awesome and I appreciate their role in my world. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I thought I'd share that. In the meantime, I will say goodbye because it's almost dinner time and apparently the troops are restless over my head. Until next time, dear twin flame, you are loved and you are missed.